Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Monday morning. It's super early. I don't feel like being out here, but hey, that's part of it. Got a couple things to talk to you about. Let me get cleaned up, and I'll get right back with you. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Max. I'm the Fast Talking Flipper. It's not even 7 o'clock yet this morning. Angie's still inside asleep. I wish I was inside asleep, but I have to cover for another instructor today at the college, and I'm taking over his class, and he's going to trade off with me later on down the road, where he's going to take over one of my classes so that Angie and I can go to a pop-up event, and that's going to be fun. We are resellers. That's what I'm trying to talk to you about. We are resellers, meaning that we buy locally from yard sales, estate sales, thrift stores, that kind of thing, and we put it online and we sell it for more at a profit, usually eBay, but we do other platforms as well. I'm going to get started back on Whatnot, try to have Whatnot once or twice a month just to get through some of my inventory. I'm going to make a video about my death pile. My death pile is insane. It's absolutely insane. I'm almost ready to invite other resellers to come pick my death pile, and I'll sell things, you know, slightly above what I paid for them. I don't know, but we've got too much stuff. I wanted to be able to get through it all by spring. There's no way. There's just no possible way. It's too big. That's what she said. But we're going to go through what sold over the weekend. I haven't shipped anything since Friday. We shipped everything that needed to be shipped, and the only things that are left are the things that sold over the weekend. Had some killer sales over the weekend. I'm really happy about it because 18 items, $1,213.48 going out of here, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And when I get rolling here, not some fun stuff to ship, but fun stuff to sell. I got a DS Lite. I think I took an offer on it. It had been sitting around a while, and I could tell because of the picture, and it's going out of here finally. DS Lite, have no idea where it's at. That is a car alarm. I'm going to guess that's it. Doesn't feel like a DS Lite. It says Guitar Hero. Is that it? Is that it? It's got to be it. That has to be it. Maybe it said Guitar Hero case and I just didn't read all of it. I am terrible about that. I just grabbed, you know, some little detail from the description and I'm completely lost. Yeah, that's what it says. This says Nintendo DS Lite, Crimson Red Charger, Guitar Hero case, and game. Boom! Right there, $50 plus shipping, I believe. Plus shipping. The next one is what I'm talking about that is not a fun one to ship, but we'll get it figured out. And of course, I've been trying to like clean some space. If you notice, under my table is getting cleared out, and all over here has been gotten cleared out. I just wanted space in here. I wanted some room for activities, and I cleaned it all up, and you know, which meant that I had to move this piece back because it overhung. This is a grill. Not many people would understand what the importance of stuff like this is, but they are great things to look at. This one has some overpaint, well, not even overspray. It's just overpaint. Somebody didn't know what the hell they were doing when they painted. This is for a Fiat X19, 1975 to 1978, a North American version of the Fiat X19. Rare piece, and I picked it up at Private Pick. I need to message this guy again because he had more of this X19 stuff, and I believe that some of it could be equally as valuable. I had this listed for $174.99. It was the only one out there. It is complete. It is not broken, which is kind of rare. And I took an offer of $150. So when I get it boxed up, I'll Franken-box it. You know, I think that it might be, I don't know. I'll go through the thought process with you guys on the camera here real quick, and about how I, you know, think about how to box these things up. It looks like it's gonna fit in a by 12 box, and we know because it's, you know, 12 wide. We know that it's not very. No, it's not very deep. That's what she said. 3 inches deep, so we're 12 by 3, and that's our target numbers. I'm just swinging you guys everywhere so you guys can deal with it. It's 33 long, 12 by 3 by 33. So worst case scenario, if I have no other choice, that I can take my 12, 12, 12 boxes. So we're 12, 3, 33. I can take 12, 12, 12 boxes and Franken-box them together. And then I have at least a 36 by 12 by 12 box, and this will fit in it. That's not the most optimal solution, but it would work. I have 16, 16 4s up here. Whether 16 4 16s is the proper terminology for them. I could do 2 or 3 of those together. 2 of them would probably do it. And that's going to be perfect. Actually, that's probably what I'll do is 16, 16, 4, do 2 of them together. Boom, bada bing, gone. And yeah, that's an easy way to ship things. Don't be scared to ship big things because everyone else is scared to ship big things. And because of that, no one is shipping them, or less people, not no one, but less people are shipping them. So when you ship them, then you're going to make the money. I got just a game manual. This is Pokemon Emerald, just the game manual, $29.97. $29.97 for just a manual. Going out of here. Hell yeah, I love stuff like that. Another action figure, Toy Box 5. Got the Joker. The Joker's going out of here. Someone made a very compelling argument. They were, excuse me. They were trying to give me an offer, and they were like, hey, you know, your price is right if it didn't have the damaged hammer, but it does. So, you know, I feel like my offer is fair, blah, blah, blah. And I looked at it, and sure as heck, it does have a damaged hammer. Looks like someone chewed on it. Looks like a little kid was like, nom, 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 and chewed on that guy. $30 plus shipping going out of here. I need to stop saying plus shipping because I understand that some of this stuff is free shipping, and I'm just stupid. That's kind of the way it is. Media 2 is where we're going. Conflict Desert Storm 2. Back to Baghdad. What a horrible game. I was stationed in Germany where I did 3 tours to Iraq, and I was not impressed with Baghdad, if you know what I mean. I was only there a couple times. I was stationed my second tour, second tour, 06 to 07, stationed in the southwest corner there. Desert Storm 2, back to Baghdad. $5.97. Getting on out of here. Baghdad was not on my list of places to revisit. A lot of 32 8-track tapes. These are, they've been around a while. They have been around a while. I bought all these 8-track tapes about a year ago, maybe a little less than a year ago. Excuse me. Q4, it says. Q4. OPQRS. It's going to be one of these lots here. Excuse me while I cough all over the place. PS2. It's going to have to be that one. 8-track tape lot. There we go. 32. 9 pounds. Woo! See, I was smart in that I marked. Then choked myself out. I marked exactly what it is, and I put the weight already on it, so I don't even have to weigh it again. I'm smart. 32 of them. I bought these 8-tracks about a year ago, and there were a lot of them in there. I think there were 66 total 8-tracks, and these were the ones that weren't worth listing by themselves. And this is a great strategy sometimes when you get things that just aren't worth listing by themselves, but you know that they're good names or good titles. Put them together in a big lot. That's what I did. $85 plus shipping went out of here. I just said I need to stop saying plus shipping, and I continued to do it. I had it listed at $99, never got any traction. Finally got someone to offer me $85, so I said, get it out of here. Turok Evolution for the PS2. We're going back to Media 2. Turok Evolution. So I'm happy about getting those 8-tracks out of here. I need to continue to list. We did finally get over. I am. It's literally very end game down there. We did finally get back over 950. Well, not over. We hit 950. We didn't get over it. We got 950 listings yesterday, and immediately overnight, 4 of them sold. So we're back down to 946, but that's okay because, you know, we're just keep trucking ahead. We need to get ahead of how many's selling. $8.96 going out of here. $8.96. See, I didn't do it that time. Getting better. Toy box 4. Shaper Stomper mini trucks. We thought these were McDonald's toys, but they weren't. They came in our McDonald's toys lot, but they were not McDonald's toys. And they sold relatively quick. And they got good money. Holy crap. $39.99 plus shipping. Ha! Ha! Black Sabbath. Live Evil. Live Evil, or is it Live Evil? I think it's Live Evil. Black Sabbath, Live Evil. And I'm going to go ahead and pull the next one too, which is Metallica, Master of Puppets. That Metallica album is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Records, man, I tell you, you may know, if you've been around the channel for a while, you'll know about my record buys. I've had several lately. Now, well, lately, in the last year, I've had several, and I've been very, very lucky, very blessed in that they've been awesome. They have absolutely been awesome. And if you're watching, you see that some of these albums are just killer. That is, no, not it. That is it. And while I'm here, I'm going to pull the next one, which should be a little further back. I think that Hooligans might have sold too. There it is. 2 banger albums back to back. I don't know if you saw the LA Guns flop through there. But Metallica, Master of Puppets, and the Black Sabbath album sold back to back. Let's go ahead and do Black Sabbath first. Black Sabbath, $20 plus shipping. It's a good album. Anytime you see a Black Sabbath album, probably pick it up because it's pretty decent. $20 plus shipping. God, stop it. Stop saying it. And then the banger right here. Boom, 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 boom. What do you say about that guy? $149.99. Got full asking price on it. The reason why it's worth so much is because it's still in the shrink. The shrink wrap protects the cover and doesn't wear it as much, so that made it very, very valuable. Let's see. My next one, I'm going to Q3. Q3. I've got 73 heavy metal, and this is another example of that strategy of, you know, I've got a bunch of really cool looking things that I know they should sell, but the names of them they're just not worth, they're not worth selling individually. You know, they might be $5 lots. If that's your shtick, that you want to sell $5 lots, awesome, cool, I get it, that's on you. Me, not so much. Not interested. Spider Dip. All right, here we go. So a bunch of cassettes, you know, like Alice Cooper and Van Halen and stuff from, you know, from the 80s, that the names are cool, but they just don't sell by themselves. This could be a great starter. Like if you want to get into collecting cassettes or, you know, really expand your collection of cassettes, there's 73 in here. You could get cassettes for like a quarter at a yard sale. Grab them. Grab them. You know, if I paid... even if I paid 50 cents a piece, right? 50 cents a piece for these cassettes. There's 73 of them. What is that? $36.50? $36.50 I'd have into them. They didn't take long to sell. They sold in maybe 2 months, 3 months tops. I got $249.99 out of them. $249.98. $249.98. That's a killer return. That's a super killer return. I wouldn't pay $1 a piece for the cassettes, but you know, nobody values cassettes right now. Get like-minded things like that. I wouldn't do like, you know, Robin Williams tapes or, you know, Whitney Houston or Michael Jackson. I wouldn't do that kind of stuff unless you can get to like the fringe, like Devo and Adam Ant and that kind of stuff. Get to the weird stuff. Get to the heavier stuff. Get to the alternative stuff. In the 90s, that stuff is getting real hot. I'm going to tell you, that stuff is getting real hot. I grew up with, you know, Kurt Cobain and alternative music, so that's very valuable to me right now. And you've seen on this channel where we sold individual cassettes for 20, 30 bucks. So that's definitely something to look out for. Definitely something to look out for. I got another album. Well, I won't say more albums, but another album. I don't know how many more have sold. Actually, I do know there's more. I just don't know what they are. And it's because I've been listing the crap out of them. I'm almost through all of them, I think. Yeah, I think I only have 1 or 2 left. That's this one, Bustin'. And there's no rhyme or reason to which ones are going to sell. I would have thought that Iron Maiden ones would have, you know, just flew right out of here. But nope. It's just weird. $13.99 going out of here. Another one of these here superpowers. Well, this is a good one too. I would not have guessed that Superman would have been a high dollar one. It's not that guy. Superman. I think it's because he's as complete as he is. He has his little card and he's got his cape and everything. $59.99 going on up out of here. He's got his mini comic. That's what it is. He's got his mini comic with him too. Aerosmith, more cassette tapes. Aerosmith. I've lost track of this. Completely lost track of it. But I'll tell you right now that with today's sales alone, we're in the profit. I paid $700 for everything. And I know that, we sold one record for $149, which came out of there, and the tapes for $249. So that right there is $400. That's $399.98. We're already at $343, so we're already over $740. And I haven't been keeping track. I'm a terrible, terrible reseller, but I know that I'm winning. So neener, neener, neener. You know what goes along with that rhyme. I want to put the paper back in there like I was still doing cool things, but I'm not. Those cassette tapes aren't valuable, but this is another example. You get them for a quarter or so. There are 11 of them. If I'd have got them for a quarter, I'd pay $2.75. 50 cents, I'd pay $5.50. They sold for $26 on an offer. I think they were at $34.99, but they've been around for a while, and I want to get them gone. Van Halen, self-titled 1978 debut album. Van Halen 1 and Van Halen 2 are good albums. It's not that far back. I'm gonna have to turn those albums around. Looks like they're Backgs. AC/DC, Rainbow, which Ronnie James Dio is now in, which I didn't know that. He was in it before I knew it, but now I know it in my mind. He's been drafted, that kind of thing. Van Halen album, $14.99 going on up out of here. Lego Lord of the Rings. Wow, this sold quick. Angie, you underpriced it. That's why. I felt like this should have sold for more. Where'd she put it? Media 4. She just listed this last night. And I made a video on it. Maybe it's not complete. Maybe that's what it is. Oh, it's Platinum Hits. That's why. Platinum Hits, not as valuable as the first print of the game, but still a valuable game. Xbox 360, there's not a lot of games that are worth money in the Xbox 360 platform. There's a fair amount, but there's not a ton. And that's one of them that's okay. $29.99 plus shipping going out of here. I was doing so good. I was doing so damn good. Rush, Fly By Night is the next one. A lot of media. I just listed this yesterday, I believe. Yesterday or the day before. Yesterday. It's definitely yesterday. We watched, I got an antenna and we we watched the football game out here. The last one. The Chiefs and the Bills. Man, so upset about the Chiefs winning. I wanted the Bills to go. But, alas, it didn't happen. Rush, Fly By Night, $22 even. Going out of here. Did I take an offer on that? I must have. I think it was up $24.99 and someone offered me $20. I came back at $22 and we're getting it gone. Media 4. We're going Need for Speed Carbon for Xbox 360. Another decent game. This is another example of if you can get them cheap enough, go ahead and bundle them. But I would leave that one out. Need for Speed Carbon. This was a fun game when it came out. I remember playing this. Need for Speed Carbon, Need for Speed Most Wanted, all those games there. $19.99. I have a couple of open orders, so I'm going to go ahead and see if any of them paid. No, they haven't. They're cheap, broke asses. That's kind of the way it is. So, short of that, I don't really, I got some topics I want to talk about, but I'm going to get long-winded on them, and that's just not something I want to do at 7 o'clock in the morning, right before I have to go in and work with children. Not children, they're adults. But I have to teach this morning, and then I have to go back and teach this afternoon from 3:30 to 9. So it's going to be a long day for me. It's going to be a long day. Okay, guys, surprise, it's future me, and I wanted to stop real quick because I went ahead after the video and I did the Franken-box thing, and I wanted to explain what a Franken-box is because maybe you've never seen that, and tell me how you do it or if you do things similar. And there's some takeaways that I make out of every Franken-box because you have to think of like how you're putting it together. This is it. I took two of those 16, 16, 16, 4 16s, meaning that it's 16 this way, 4 that way, the flap opens up that way, and it's 16 square as well. 2 of those, they overlapped at the flaps because it's actually 34, 35 with the padding and everything inside of it. Let's see if we can get this to stick, and I can get you a number. Breaking stuff. It ends up being 36. So it's going to be an expensive package to ship, and I kind of expected that. I'm probably going to have to go UPS or something along those lines with it. What was that that dropped? That was my batteries. That's not good. One of them popped out. It's probably the one that's charging. So it's 36 by 16 by 4. That's kind of what I know so far. And the key takeaways that I do when I Franken-box, because the weakest point is going to be here in the middle, so you want to make sure to wrap it around. You don't have to completely wrap it around. You can just wrap tape around one side, turn it over, and make sure the tape overlaps. Then you want to, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but you want to like ramp it up. Think of this thing's going to go on a conveyor belt, and you don't want the conveyor belt to get stuck on these flaps, any kind of high spot. So you want to ramp it up. Put some tape there. I use quality tape. I refuse to use that Bubble Boy stuff. Absolutely refuse. I have found quality tape and I will not stray from it. It's not worth the headache. It's not worth the concern. You know, I just can't deal with the. I've used my go-to tape. It's crap. It's crap compared to this. And you guys might think that it's great, and I'll tell you that there's better. There's absolutely better. This stuff that I get from my guy is comparable in price. It's only a few cents more, and it is so much better tape that I won't even bother to entertain anything else at this point. But this stuff here, that's why I don't have to do 7 lines of it this way like other resellers might have to do. I do some lateral bracing to keep it, you know, to where I know that these two are stuck together, and then I go across that lateral bracing to keep that pinched down. The last thing that I do is I wrap one end to the other, so I have it squeezed together, if that makes sense. So I have that on both sides. And with that, I am absolutely certain that the only thing that could happen to this box is it gets crushed. That's the only possible thing. If something happens, that would be it. I'm not, and then, you know, even if this was one continuous box, I'd still be worried about it getting crushed. This is probably stronger right here than a continuous box would be, so I'm less concerned about that. But that's how you Franken-box, guys. Back to the video. But let me know what you think about all the different bundling. Do you bundle like that? How long do you let things... That was one of the things we can talk about. How long do you let things sit in your store before you start taking offers on them? Do you take offers? I put offers in right away. That was the question. I had one guy, had a Lego set. I listed it maybe, I don't know, a week ago. And I put offers on it right away so I don't have to go back and do it later. Put offers on it, and he's been, you know, sending offers. He sent offers. Got to my, you know, I'll throw out the one offer that I'm going to do. If an item's priced at $100 and I'm willing to do 90 on it, when someone sends an offer and it's way lower than that, I'll just hit them with the 90. And if they come back again, I'll hit them with the 90 again. Whatever. I chase them away. That's my lowest price. I'm not going to go below it. That's what he did. He sent an offer of $15 on a $21 item. I replied with 18. He replied with 16. I replied with 18. He replied with 17. I replied with 18. And at some point in there, he said, no, thank you. You know, I appreciate it. I'll keep looking. All right, cool. Well, then he comes back again today, and he hits me with the offers again. And I deny it again. And it's only been, you know, like I said, a week on this thing. And he sends me a message and he says, you're really tough with your offers. And I said, man, I've only had it listed a week. It's got watchers. It's got views. I'm not worried about it selling. It's $21. It's going to sell. It's going to get its money. So it just kind of, it struck me as odd that, you know, even though he's offered before, now I know he wants it. And I'm definitely not going to give him to him for any less than what I offered before. So it tells me that I should probably stop even taking offers on it altogether until it sells. But, you know, what do you guys do? Let me know what you do down in the comments below. Remember, like, subscribe, share, do all that kind of crazy stuff, and I will see you on the next one.